How's it going? So, I'm back with another video today after a very exciting day yesterday with a couple different realizations that we went through with Thrive on Danger and Spice Mode. So, I am currently 18 hours from the ability to do a full respec, which is when I'm planning on getting to the new meta build. And today and yesterday were just sort of finalization of melee and where melee is sitting, what it looks like after the patch. You know, obviously with the nerfs to crippling strike, which were pretty major. Pretty major. I mean, now everybody's still wondering if it's still functional, and we're gonna have to walk through the logic of what we have left before we can start thinking about what our other options are. But I will tell you that I've had a bit of time to go through the labs. So I did a full circuit yesterday, and it was about 4 or 5 labs. 2 of those labs were solo. 2 of those labs were with other people. So 2 of them went quicker. 2 of them were about 15 to 20 minutes. That's usually about my solo lab clears. And I spec'd into Gunsmith specifically to see what we're looking at. So this is after a full day. Well, I take that back. It was about an hour and 15 minutes total, maybe something around there, an hour to hour and 15 minutes. And I was able, because my server, the way that if I can go through it, and I've usually been one of the more dominant PvPers, and so I can usually fight my way out when I'm in there and clear the lab. I've been doing it quite a bit. But, you know, yesterday running the full circuit took about an hour and 15 minutes, and when I went back and repaired the pick, this is the amount of red roughly that we got. So, you know, and now here's the biggest question. I have dozens of Helix picks, the recipes. I said I've been saving them up this entire time. It's the one weapon I have a lot of extra of. So I'm in a position where I can be running through my Helix picks. It'll take me, I mean, I could probably extrapolate that and then calculate that out. That looks like maybe 1/20th or 1/15th, something like that, 1/20th maybe. So then I can do that for 20 different times. That circuit, I could do a full circuit 20 times and then my Helix pick break. So somewhere in that 20 times of a circuit, so 20 times 4 or 5, so about 80 to 100 labs, you know, then I would get a full break. And so in that amount of time, so yeah, so like 80 labs, and it might even be 60 to 80 labs too. I have to get a Helix pick in there, right? If I start from scratch and I have not played this game and I'm now coming into this loot table from scratch, from fresh, and I only have my one Helix pick, that's it. That's my starting point. Then I have that many labs essentially. And this is not, okay, so this is another thing to consider. That's with no deaths. Dying takes a set percentage away from all of your gear and the gear in your inventory. So, you know, it's going to take a couple weeks, maybe a couple months to really see how this plays out. But the question is, am I going to get a Helix pick in 60 to 100 lab runs? If the answer is no, then we may have a balance issue. The loot table is too polluted with things you don't want, or things you're not even trying to target, or will never try to target. They're throwaway items. Like, I don't even need that. Why would I want that? So we'll have to see. Now, I can't stress this enough. All of these red bars that are here right now is from one hour session going through the lab. And in addition to that, I didn't take any deaths. It'll change. Things will change a lot quicker. Now, I've been struggling to find people to fight for PvP on my server. It's probably different, way different on obviously PAX and Harmony. But it's made it a little bit more, you know, and I think that that's probably just because it's a couple things, but one, you know, people, when they realize how much is at risk when you die, the durability loss, it really is a deterrent. It's a deterrent. Now, I'm not arguing that you should, I mean, this is the game. This is the mechanics of the game. I don't ever see them removing the red bar, so I'm not going to argue to remove the red bar. I've already said that once. Doesn't feel good. I can move on from that. But because of the fact that they just made it so you can't really target anything, I think that now is a good time that we revisit the rate of decay, even with all of these talents here. And I will go over the current melee setup that I've decided on, that I'm going to stick with as it is right now. And then tomorrow I'm going to get to the meta build setup, which is going to be the one build that you're going to see primarily used right now after the crippling strike nerf. You know, one-on-one crippling strike is still functioning okay. And this build in a 1v1 scenario is still totally fine. The way that they made stamina function now, which is either what it should have been functioning all from the beginning, or it's bugged in our favor right now, but everybody has super stamina. So what are our other options? We have no other options. You have to push their stamina break. You have to pummel them with light attacks and break it. You will have more slow blades that you have to attempt if you're only going for slow blades, because people just have more stamina. Now, the biggest thing is when that stamina breaks, at that moment, can you catch them? And that's been the tricky part. You're either going to come across PvPers that don't yet know what they're doing and you can catch them, or two, you're coming across people that know what they're doing and they've been practicing this whole time, and it's very difficult to finish them. It already was challenging as melee. You would get up on them and, you know, it's a little dance. It was actually, I felt, a fair, balanced dance. I liked it. You only had one ability to truly slow somebody. Now, right now, when you get crippling strike on you, you can't do this sprint. You'll be at this speed. I don't know about you, but this is still pretty quick, and you can jump. So, now, before I go into the melee build, I did want to show one trick that we discovered yesterday. Somebody in the comments, and I really got to start preparing more and mentioning who did this, because they were in the comments and they mentioned for me the off-topic. Man, I forget what the name was. Mr. Hoplite, I think, maybe. All right. So this is now the usefulness of this. I don't know. Like, do I need to get up to this story? Sure. All right. Yeah. Look at how awesome that was for this structure. Yeah, okay, so that is a good use for suspensor pad in the planetology tree. All right? Nobody ever uses this. It used to be used to get away from the worm. You could get enough height, and then the worm would go right underneath you. You can't do that anymore. They fixed that. Why they fixed that, I don't know. And then they made the worm give you back your thopters now, so it's like, whatever. All right, why am I showing you suspensor pad? It's a gimmick, actually, in the game right now. So everybody, and especially after more people realize that crippling is not what it used to be, and the meta build is going to take hold, what you're going to start seeing a lot of is the gravity mine. Now, I just want to show you something really funny. So if you're in a grav mine, anywhere in the grav mine, and you activate suspensor pad, it breaks the grav mine. And you might be thinking, like, this has some nice verticality here. Look at this. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you from up here. Whoa! It's actually pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie. So here is a really funny build, and part of the meta build setup tomorrow is gonna have this in it. But look at this. This would be the setup. You'd have Shiga wire, and then suspensor pad. All right. Now you might wonder. Okay, is it just destroying mine because I have a device down? I put two. It doesn't allow two devices down. That's not true, because look, this is deactivated, and that's a device on the ground, and I put another device on the ground. Look, it's still there. And actually, if I detonate this now, it destroys the other one. I love the draw distance, by the way. The draw distance is one of the coolest changes with the patch. Let's see way over there. I can see in the cockpit. What are you doing in there, buddy? How you doing? Hello? Okay. So the meta build tomorrow is going to have this as an option. Because really, what are we looking at here? Like 3 or 4 extra points, who cares? Just to have some fun, you can mess with your guys in the duels or whatever. Everybody's going to be busting grav mine. Right when they do that. Boom! And look! Oh, look at that. So you do have to jump back in it. And now you can... Okay, let's see if we can actually get this right. Stay in it. You can't stay in it. Alright, so it's going to take some practice. But anyways, that is a counter to the grav mine. So, alright. What is the setup that I am currently in right now? Well, this is currently... and honestly, until they... You know, honestly, I'm not going to be in this setup. This particular setup, this is going to be the Drunken Idaho, the new Drunken Idaho setup. It is not going to have center of mass. The setup tomorrow will have center of mass. That will be the meta build. And all of the fun tricks and gadgets are going to be tucked away into that. With pistol damage and sniper damage. And potentially, we'll see if I go into scattergun. I haven't decided yet. But, that being said, this is primarily going to be the king of the lab clear build. Now, the question is can it still function in PvP? And the answer is yes. And actually, after the insight that we came to yesterday for Thrive on Danger, which, if you weren't here yesterday, what we discovered is that when you are in Spice mode changes where the game is interpreting your critical HP threshold is, because when you reach critical HP, you'll start flashing red. Now that doesn't happen when you're in Spice mode, but when you flash red, it initiates the recovery timer. What's happening in Spice mode is, and it's 73% of your health, all right? So 110 out of 150 on the base with no buffs to the health. And what that is when you watch yourself go to critical and regenerate back up. If you're not in Spice mode, it goes back up to 60 health out of 150 if you have 3 out of 3 recovery. When you're in Spice mode, it goes all the way back up to 110 out of 150. Now, here's the cool thing. When you are taking damage and the moment it goes below that 110 out of 150 and you're in Spice mode, it starts the recovery timer. And in 5 seconds, because you're using Thrive on Danger, lowering it from 20 seconds to 5 seconds, it starts healing you, and you're at 71% health, and it starts healing you from there. So imagine raising the bar from 30%, which is the normal critical HP level, all the way over to 73%. And that is what this does when you go into Spice mode. So putting Thrive on Danger on and being in Spice mode makes the timer to initiate that heal from 20 seconds to 5. So it's almost as if you have this a heal over time constantly on you the moment you drop below 73% health. To me, this made Thrive on Danger one of the most valuable talents if you're PvPing in Spice mode, which I am all the time. Look at how much liquor I bring everywhere. Wait, those are binoculars. Look at how much liquor I bring everywhere. Always. Never leave home without it. Full jug of alcohol. You have to. Why wouldn't I? Look at all of these fun talents that I get to tap into. Precise parry, prescient strike, Bindu dodge. I think Bindu dodge personally should be active without Spice mode. That's me personally, but I love using Spice mode. That is playing the game. The people that are like, all right, no heals, we're dueling, so no Spice mode, no this, no that, no that. All right, why don't we just go naked and then press 3 buttons and then just, well, I guess there is only 3 buttons, but anyways. I digress. Now, what could I possibly have new in store for the melee build today? What could I possibly have in store for today? Other than the same specs that I've been doing this whole time. Well, yesterday I ran a lab and I got a blueprint called the Spiked Hilt Sword. I'm running 2 swords today because I want to test this. The preliminary tests show that this is actually pretty crazy. Like, blocking causes an immense bleed. So I really want to check. And so is there the F7? Oh, there's a sandstorm. I want to go see if I can get... Oh, and my respawn beacon's right there too. Perfect. So this was a nice change too. At least I can see where my thing goes, because before it wouldn't even show you that. Alright, do I have everything I need? Alright, I think I do. Oh shit. What the hell? Slowly back away. Okay, alright, yes, you've got a sandstorm going. Jeez Louise. Overtook that place right there. I wish we could get rid of these giant numbers on the penta shields, don't you think? Alright. Well, now that we have a few seconds, let me tell you what I'm going to do at this last point. When I get level 197, that's going into field maintenance. The one that I'm going to leave at 1... and this takes 3, so level 97, 98, 99, 200. I could potentially put 2 more in here. But this build has gravity mine, because I can't respec yet, and suspensor pad. So whether or not you want to even take those is up to you. I was, again, testing out that you could break the gravity mine, so you don't need those. Let me tell you what the core of this build is and what's staying. The entire loadout right here is staying, down there. Okay, all of this. Knee charge max, crippling strike staying, suspensor blast staying. Manipulate instability is always there. Thrive on danger is now the most important thing to slot, and we are not deslotting Prana Bindu stability. This still counters manipulate instability. So people are still using this, and people are using center of mass, so I'm going to maintain Prana Bindu. And the rest of the structure is relatively the same. We still take long blade damage all the way up. Precise parry. Precise parry is allowing us to one-shot the melees, and I parry a lot when I'm in the labs. This framework right here is always the same. In here, I don't know if you guys have noticed how many times this procs. Because I parry a lot when I'm running Spice Mode, it literally allows the melee. You have 2 melee on you, and you get your slow blading 1 after the parry. And one of them tries to swing on you. Multiple can try to swing on you. And this, like, makes them whiff just long enough so you can get that slow blade off. It is so useful if you run if you run Spice Mode like I do. I always like coming up on Weirding Step side because sometimes you slot Weirding Step. Like, Weirding Step is a really solid move. Having this setup right here, knee charge, crippling strike, and Weirding Step. This is a good setup. This is a gank setup. So this is why, I would keep coming up this side. You always get these, and now we're getting 1 point to vehicle repair. That's going to be the standard. Now, if we give 1 point to... We might be giving 1 point to suspensor pad now, too, because of how well it counters grav mine. So the melee build has very weak, but still subtle gun capabilities. You're always in Spice Mode, and this helps. It does. It can line up in your favor. So it's worth... to me, I like the Spice Mode points because, again, I'm always running it. I take 2 points in this just to get around my base. That's pretty much what that is. You get all the grenades coming up here in case you want to slot them. I actually, you know, what might be fun too, come up on this side one time, because Suspensor Dash is also good. But I was reserving that because tomorrow the meta build is the one that I want to have more flexibility with the trooper setup. So I won't be taking that on this particular build. I really hope one day they allow us to have two specs and we can switch between them, so I can have, like, you know, a melee build and then I go in an outdoor build. I don't know. It seems like that would be fair. So, all right. So, you know, today we're going to be testing the spiked hilt sword because it really looks like it's crazy, honestly. Like, it did a lot of damage when I was testing it earlier, so I want to do a little bit more testing and see. Like, the PvE mobs might be a little bit predictable, but I don't know. Not a lot of people are expecting the block, so I gotta check if it does the bleed off of parry, and then I'll just sit there blocking. Last night when I was testing it, I was just holding block. Whoa, let's see. I want to test the PvE of this right now. You know, in PvP, it's just... The only people that I came across this week were able to get away, running out of the lab, so... Let me know in the comments, guys, if you've had any more practice with Crippling Strike beyond what I've been able to do on Harmony or PAX. Has it been completely deslotted, or are you still getting some benefit from it? Because to me, it's still like you still have to have something if you're even going to attempt to slow blade or melee. You have to. So there's really no other options that we have. The question is that likely that the meta build will not include Crippling Strike at all. It's just going to have Suspensor Dash and Grab Mine. Ship got taken away. All right, let's see if anybody's even here. Full loot table up. All right, well. Now, in my opinion, this setup that I currently am, you know, really the old Drunken Idaho setup, is the fastest lab clear. You can't really rocket anything anymore. All right, let's get these guys down. All right, so now I'll be able to get bleed and poison both, so I want to really see how this works. All right, let's get to it. One shot. Two shot. Easy. That guy should have had the double attack. I guess it didn't register. Almost broke my shield right there. Alright. Let's get it. Alright. Now. Spiked hilt sword when the melee gets up on me. Let's wait for the melee.
Shield on. I need help.
Oh, here we go. This is perfect. All right, spike tilt sword, melee. Oh, there we go. See that? Okay, you can't block at all the, You can't block the slow blade. Yeah, I see blood, I see blood! I see blood. It's happening! Come on. Yeah! Look at that! Look at that! Half health, half health. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. World first. No! Alright. Should I clear the whole lap now? Will the durability last? Hey, stop doing the... Oh. Oh my god, I can't believe it's working. Look at it. Come on, I gotta kill these three with... Ah! Look at all the blood on the ground. Ah! He's healing! No, not in my book! Take that! Yeah, what do you got on that? Ow! The stamina just comes right back, look at that. Ow! No! You should have healed, buddy. Hey, oh, come on! Get back here! Hey, use for crippling strike. Oh! Oh, I killed him! Oh shit, there's more! Oh! Oh god! The plan's backfiring! Fresh meat! Fresh meat for the grinder! Ow! Where are you going, buddy? Huh? You want some of this? You want some of this bleed? Let's go! Come on! You guys are killing yourself! Ow! We're doing this! I'm getting one of you! Fuck you! Oh yeah! You can't handle it. Alright. Wait, does this take any durability from the sword? Ooh. What do you guys got on this? Oh shit, I can't see health bars. This is my nightmare. Ah! What if I throw in a little, one of these? Huh? What do you guys got? What do you guys got? Ow! Well, this is the melee dream, right? Why is this so far? Oh shit! What was that? I'm holding block! Stop it! I'm holding block. A foul. Technical foul. There we go. Hey, what the fuck was that? Egregious is what that was. Oh, you broke your stamina on me, bro? I got plenty. Plenty of stamina. Let's go. Ah, don't do that. We're doing this. Yeah. Look at all that blood. Ow! Holy shit! Okay, let's drink that spice liquor. Slow back pedal. Okay, a little bit of a jog. No problem. Testing, folks. We're testing. This is not a speed run. Not a speed run here. Okay? Come on. You're bleeding. I can see it. You need a band-aid? You know what? Let's get these guys some Bactine. Stop fucking slow blading. Yeah, bleed, motherfuckers! Oh! They're gonna die, don't worry. And when I turn spice mode, we're finally gonna see the health that's left. Boom! Alright, come on. See how easy it is to dash out a slow blade, though? Alright, here we go. Wait, are you bleeding? He is. I bet he's low health. He is! Look how low he was! What are you doing here? Oh, he's dead. Oh, look how low all these guys are. I think I found the new method. Make them bleed their own blood. I'm gonna do this to somebody in PvP. I'm just gonna mess with them. Come on. Come on, yeah, what do you got on this? What do you got on this? New meta, guys. New meta. We got a new meta here. They can't slow blade me. Look at my stamina's back. They can't get through the block. We got a new meta! Oh shit! I was holding it still, so you can't like. Hey, you don't break your own stamina on me, bro. I'm just sitting here chilling. This guy's almost dead right here. Ah! No! Oh no! No! Hey! Get over here! What do you think you're doing? No! You have to have a death by your own hand. That guy's dead. Alright. Ow! Oh! No! No! Come on. He's dead. Don't even think. Oh, he died. Alright, enough fun with that. Let's see, is there any other shenanigans that happens with this thing? So, that sword damage, do you notice that that must be in spice mode with? Interesting. Probably needs. Well, no, center of mass won't be taking it that last 5% then.
I need help. We've got
Now I wonder. Oh shit. I was gonna say. Oh wait, I'm in spice mode, look! I was already regenning. And that's the usefulness of Thrive on Danger. What the hell? Stab him! Oh shit. Alright, watch. It should start healing me. Yeah, it's healing me! I don't even have Thrive on Danger activated! Do you see that? Wait, it stopped! It's bugged! It's supposed to go higher health than that! 73?! No, look, it's going higher! Oh, you know what? Let's see if that's because I took damage. Oh shit, melee guy came out. Well, now I can't test it. Yeah, look at that. So it does bug out. So what we've been waiting for. The withdrawals. You can't handle the withdrawals. We gotta buy ourselves time. You're bleeding, I see you! Look at this! This is the counter to getting suspensor blasted. Yeah! Fuck you! You can't do shit! We got another buddy, come on! Not good. What is this guy doing right here? Whoa, that took away a lot of stamina. Did you see that? What are you doing that for, bud? I'm not nowhere even near me. Well, that took no stamina of mine at all.
They're coming!
Easy. Get! Why was I standing there like that? What the hell was that? Alright. Now, one of the other cool things about doing spice mode, we get to see the health bars. It helps me understand if something's doing the appropriate damage. You're there! You were hiding there! I don't think so, buddy. Easy. Alright. Next wave. No more messing around. How much of that sword did it damage? It kind of looked like it was damaging my armor more or something. I don't know. That was weird. Get the stab off to one-shot that melee right there. That's always how you want to start. This guy over here is going to get one shot when he comes up on me. Alright, this guy too. See, this is just much faster, right? You could just do this instead. One after another, they'll just come in and die. Yeah! Crippling strike, what are you gonna do now? Jog at a slightly then faster walk pace? Because that's all you get. I just died. We got a little bit of a situation here. Yeah! Easy. Easy. Okay, I gotta get that other scout. The scouts are rocking me. Why can't I jump? Hello. He shot me! Egregious! Okay, you can jump up there all you want. No! You can't shove me when I'm stabbing you. Double attack. Alright. No! How did that hit me? Alright, I'll just knee charge right up to you. Let's get the next one. So relatively speaking, nothing's changed for PvE. But it definitely did for PvP. How did what? Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. That should have been a one shot. Must not have had the prescient strike buff. Come on, in the fire. I didn't get the buff. There's the buff. Is that melee healing over there? He is. Now this might be 5, so there might be a double wave coming out. Could be a double wave coming out. Yeah, that's where the forge set's coming in handy. I happen to be pretty sad when I lose my forge set. I only have one other copy, I think. Oh shit! I knew it was that. I was just talking about that happening. All right, so there's Thrive. Come on, Thrive, work! God damn it, it healed me to full! Yes! Why did that do that? That was weird. Come on. Don't hit me. God damn it. Alright, come on. They're gonna slow blade me? Nope. Oh my god, what was that knee charge? I gotta get this guy at least. That knee charge hit him. Come on. What the fuck? Oh, I was out of stamina. I thought that came from his move. No, I have been to dodge. Coming for you. How did that not kill him? From downtown! Oh. What the fuck? Oh my god! Captain America! Oh, it's not gonna initiate the heal because it just wore off. Alright, go through severe withdrawals here. He's throwing rocks at me for. Ow. Are you kidding me? Another one? How? He's gonna go heal.
Reloading.
Die, die, die!
I have no rockets anymore. Might as well use the sniper. Where did that other scout go? Did I kill him? No, there he is.
Your water is mine.
Now this is where the spice mode really comes in handy because the heavies go down a lot faster. Nope. Is there more? There's more waves? No, there was just a guy right there. Knee charge gonna kill him. There you go. Yeah, I thought that was it. Alright, let's see what the loot looks like. And there's of course gonna be guys right here. Right there. Oh my god, stop slow blading. Oh my god. I'm parrying! Alright, finally, getting through. Did I? Oh, I got that? The hell are these? Bulwark leggings. I'm not gonna use them, but I guess, yeah, I mean, that's that heavy armor set, I think, that has, I don't know, concussive resistance on it or something. Alright, so now let's look at my gear. That's how much durability my gear took, because it was all repaired. Helix pick. The battery. Well, so you can see I'm still pretty happy with where the melee is at for lab clears. This melee build is now etched in stone. It will stay this way all the way until, you know, whenever tier 7 comes out. So I will provide, and now the biggest thing with this build is that you have extra points set up by the end. Now I dumped the points into the gunsmith and field maintenance and tailoring, and I might end on 1 in garment keeper, 1 extra one. We'll see. Because for the melee build, it's not being split too much any other places, and you can focus in on just the melee and then have the rest of the points for the durability. Man, here's the thing. I could see this having an issue if you haven't farmed up enough blueprints yet, because honestly, like, RNG is also can work against you, and I could see it. You could go 6 months without seeing even 1 Helix pick drop, right? So I could see that that could be an issue with the way that they've set up the loot. So I'm not entirely sure. I have to run a few more tests. I think I did see that Helix pick comes from, but it's just like, it's got 20 other things, right? Each of the different places has a bunch like that. Well, overall it feels fine. The clear was, you know, it only took longer because I was testing out the spike tilt. I could see the spike tilt being interesting in dueling when you can put a bleed on the target and use your Helix pick and put poison on. So holy shit. That's kind of cool. Well, yeah, so when I link this build in the description, what I'll do is I will not include the gravity mine, and I will not include suspensor pad. That'll be optional to you. I'm just going to give the filled out framework for what you see right here, for what I've been using, what I've come up with. I see no reason why to not have this now, honestly, for the melee build. I've been going back and forth on this, but now, you know, looking at that red bar just starting to generate, I really think that having the ability to slow that rate of decay is only going to be beneficial to me. Because, I mean, just look at how quick the battery and the shield are. The shield is going to be the shield and Helix pick are going to be the first to go. So, and that's really a shame, because I love using the adaptive Holtzman. I love using the Sparky. I'd love to just keep using them. Now, how are you going to go farm those? Like, the old system was fine, in my opinion, like having a rotation like that. All right, so conclusion. Spike tilt sword, kind of cool. Might be gimmicky to, like, put all of the status effects on somebody. With the bleed as a reaction, and then stabbing with the Helix pick or even the sniper shot. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep trying to PvP to test Crippling Strike, but the problem is, guys, is a lot of people don't want to PvP right now. They're just not out. Like, this is, what time is it? This is like midday, and there's not even a soul. Look how close this is right here to the zone line, too, of the PvE section where the lab is. There should definitely be people over there. So you know, a couple things. It probably split where people are, and then also people just don't like. Every time I've gone over to a lab, people have been trying to invite me to group. Before, it was free for all. People would just attack me immediately when I was out there. Now it's completely different. People are incredibly reluctant to PvP. They don't want to die. People do not want to get killed right now. You could argue that's what was occurring in the beginning of the game, and people were really timid. And whether which one's better or not, I don't know. I'm not claiming which one's better or not. What I'm saying is that I'm venturing out and there's no one there, so I'm trying to just comment on, you know, that aspect of things. So, all right, so where are we at right now? Overall conclusions. The melee build is largely unchanged because really we have no other options. There's no other options for melee. You have to have a way to slow the target down, and even though they got nerfed, it still prevents them from sprinting. So sprint prevention. And then Suspensor Blast is pretty much the same as it was before. So it's just a slightly less duration. It's 5 instead of 6. Big deal. So we can still use that in the same way. It's defensively used if people get up on you. Everything else is functioning perfectly fine. If anything, I mean, you saw how easy it is to just move 3 feet and stop, and then move 3 feet and stop, because your stamina is regenerating so fast now. Everybody's got super stamina, so have fun while it lasts. On the one hand, melee did have crippling strike nerfed. On the other hand, stamina is crazy now, so you're not going to be getting caught nearly as much. Now that means you're not going to be catching people nearly as much either as melee. I still think that melee is fully functional, best PvE setup that you can go. This melee, to me, is the most fun to play for when I'm doing the labs. I can do them really quick without thinking about it. I still think there's a benefit to... I've seen a lot of discussion about Prana Bindu stability. My conclusion is always that Prana Bindu stability is still worth slotting. The reason is, this is... they reduced poise damage. Okay, so reduced poise damage, and here, increased poise damage. So this is negating manipulate instability, coming in, coming out, right? Blocking it, coming in. So if people are using this, you're effectively removing that from their technique slot if you have Prana Bindu stability. And I mean, the same thing essentially goes for any of the blade damage components for center of mass. And if any, I don't know, do bullets have stagger damage? It's anything with stagger damage. This is going to negate, it's going to mitigate it. And when a slow blade comes in on you and it hits you, that's queuing in manipulate instability damage, which is poise damage. So this is blocking that damage. It's blocking any poise damage that comes in on you. It's negating it by 20%, or it's mitigating it. So I'm going to be slotting Prana Bindu still, even though there's no rockets going on. There's less rocket spam. So you could argue that because of that, it's now a little bit easier to de-slot it, because now you're not necessarily having it impact you as much anymore. I mean, there's videos before I was getting rocketed all the time, and I just kept moving like the Terminator. That's Prana Bindu. If that's removed, because not many people are rocketing anymore, then you could argue that that aspect of this technique is no longer a benefit. It's not present. So whatever weight you were assigning it to in your builds is removed. So it's slightly less weight, but still has a weight to it. Now, a few things to mention. Tomorrow is going to be the meta build once I can respec. So it's going to be, well, okay, so it might even be late night tomorrow, right? We've got, yeah, that's another, it's going to be a while. But somebody also another person, I got to start writing these down. I'm sorry, guys. Was mentioning to me ignore, and it got me thinking about ignore and how, like, I really want to test a setup. I might do a Bene Gesserit setup. I might do something that has, well, I don't even know if it would definitely have voice training. It would have ignore. And then I think grav mine and Shigawire. And what I was thinking is that you could hide yourself from somebody and guarantee that you get the grav mine off, and then they won't see you charging your pistol shot. So the whole concept is to ignore somebody, so you go invisible and then charge. It's a way to get your pistol off. So it would have pistol damage spec, pistol and sniper. It could fit actually quite well. You know, maybe I'll slide it in with the meta build, because look, it's right here, but you'd have to take voice training because it does have a long cast time. So I don't know. I'll play around with it a little bit for this week. So I'll do 2 respecs this week. I might do one with the meta build tomorrow, and then the Bene Gesserit set up to test ignore. Because ignore plus gravity mine plus the pistol shot sounds fun. I'm not gonna lie. All right, as always, thank you for joining. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll keep making builds. Join and remember to join the Discord if you haven't already. It's a community Discord. It's for builds. It's not just for Dune. Dune is the main game, but there's other games in there for builds. Basically any game that you can make a build in. So, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time.